Hey everybody, Grant here. Just wanted to drop a quick plug at the beginning of the episode. If you are listening to this the day it comes out, March 2nd, tomorrow night, Friday, March 3rd, I am headlining Forgotten Star Brewing in Fridley, Minnesota. It's about 5 minutes outside of Minneapolis, so if you're in the Twin Cities, real quick ride out there. I'm excited for the show, and Ryan is going to be there opening, bringing the old opener Ryan out. And it's gonna be a fantastic show. I've done it in the past. It's a really fun room, good beer. So I would love to see any and all of you out there again tomorrow night, Friday, March 3rd. Forgotten Star Brewing. The ticket link is in the description of this episode. So come out and say hi. And otherwise, thanks for listening. Enjoy the episode, guys. Bye.
All right, let's really start.
Yeah.
Hit that button again. Okay, now this is the beginning.
Wait. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Reset.
Now,
All right.
Now that's sounding
This
good.
is the first time we've tried to do this today.
Okay.
We always nail it on the first try.
Yeah, we'll do it live.
Let's be on our good behavior.
Yeah, we got to be the little goody two shoes boys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just drinking my coffee.
Nice.
Consider me clocked in. You know, I sit down at the business table and we start cooking.
Don't even talk to me until I've sucked my own dick in the morning. Don't even talk to me until I've tried to and failed to suck my dick in the morning.
Okay.
Just make coffee cups that say that.
That's where the merch starts for us.
Yeah, maybe that's the episode title. Maybe we finally did it, folks. We figured out an episode title within the first minute of doing the podcast.
Mm-hmm. No, that's it, actually.
Podcast is over.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, folks. It's been a great run.
We should do a 5-second one of these days.
Could you imagine how angry 3 people would be?
Just to keep them on their toes. Just to keep them on their 20-something toes, 30 toes. Got it.
You're smart to go with an even number there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with you guys? How's the week? Little check-in, little checkaroni and cheese.
It was good. I worked a lot, still working a lot.
Mm-hmm.
There was a big snowstorm here. Here's an apology to demand. It was supposed to be a lot bigger than it was. And,
don't ask her.
That's what they always. That's what she always says about me.
Yes.
I'm just kidding around.
So it was, I don't know. It was a snow day. I went to on the day that it was supposed to blizzard, everybody was canceling everything. We decided to still do the open mic at Sisyphus, and it was a really good show. So
nice.
Thank you to everybody who came out to that. That was super fun.
Big turnout?
No, there was about 30 people here and
pretty good.
20 comics, and I put them all up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a hero. And,
nice.
It was great. Real fun.
Hell yeah.
Chad Daniels and Kelsey Cook came out. That was cool.
Nice.
It was fun.
Who is your least favorite comedian that you put up that night?
There was this guy.
I don't want to hear about the good ones. I want to hear about the stinky.
Dude, there was this guy at the end of the show who he had a football with him. He was wearing like a big metal vest, like bunch of like Slayer patches on it and stuff.
And he had a football?
Yeah, and he was talking about how he had bipolar disease and his football was his
I think it's bipolar disorder.
Yeah, it's not disease.
Okay.
What doctor was he diagnosed by? Me?
BPD. The D doesn't stand for disease.
Shut up. I cannot believe you guys are fact checking me on that.
He had
out of all the things that have stood.
He had bipolar dick. That's what the D stands
Express.
for.
Bipolar Express is fun.
Yeah, that's really good.
Tom Hanks
all aboard! Just kidding. Get off now.
Get
all
off!
Aboard
Wait, no, come back on.
Now come back on. Now all aboard. Now drive it straight into that wall. Just kidding. Let's go to my mom's house.
Take this off the cliff.
Mm-hmm.
I need to call my ex.
The Bipolar Express.
All right.
He said his football was his, what do you call it? Like an animal, like a
Spirit animal?
No, his therapy was whatever
yeah.
support.
What if a
animal.
guy's spirit animal is a football?
This is basically what this guy was saying. And he comes in super late, of course, and he's like, "Hey, I know, like, I hear that you can normally get on if you're first time."
He kind of sounds like Batman.
Yes, he did. He was very big.
Hey,
He looked
Rachel,
he looked
put me
like
on the
Big Jay
mic.
Okerson. He had Big Jay Okerson vibes, but a little better body. So at the end of the show, I called him Medium Jay Okerson. Got a decent laugh. And he comes in loudly talking to me in the back of the show. Show's been going at this point. And he's like, "I heard first timers normally can get up. And I just need 5 minutes. I just need 5 minutes to do what I'm gonna do." And I'm just like, dude. And then Sam, the owner of Sisyphus, comes over, makes me put him up.
Sucks. Because Sam knows it's going to be a train wreck.
Yeah.
That's why.
He had 20 comments.
Sam's so
on the
awesome,
show.
dude.
Makes me put him up. And then the guy, it was fun. It was fun. He did a good job.
But he was your least favorite.
Yeah, just because of running an open mic, you know.
Yeah. You got to
It was
deal
fun.
with
He
this
did.
guy.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that was and then also it was just like, dude, this room is a third full. You're like, get here on time for sign up. It's not that hard. You are guaranteed time. All you gotta do is sign up, write your name down.
If it's your first time.
I literally put everybody up who signed up that night. So but no, it was very fun. It was a good show. What do you guys have?
I got an apology to demand, which, by the way, this is the podcast where we apologize for things, demand apologies. I'm going to actually do a little bit of both. I'm going to apologize and demand at the same time.
The We Cool podcast. I don't even think we introed the pod.
We didn't at all. I'm Ryan Call. It's Grant Winkles. It's Tommy Bayer talking right now.
Hi.
I'm sick of doing full-on intros. I'm so sick of, hey, this is Grant, and then Grant has to say something. And
Who cares? It doesn't matter.
You know,
yeah, just from now on, go fuck yourselves. All right, we're just steamrolling through it. You either know the podcast or it's too late for you to start listening now. All right. If you were in a date,
too late.
Yeah.
If this is your first time listening, go fuck yourself.
Get the
Go
fuck out of here. We don't
away.
want
unsubscribe.
We already
Don't
have-
tell your friends.
We already have 59 reviews on Apple Podcasts. That's all we want.
Are we at 59 now?
I don't fucking know.
Hey, if somebody's listening to this on Spotify or Apple, despite what Ryan just said, just leave us a good review and then never listen again.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all we ask.
Yeah.
Let's get that number up to 100. If we
Mhm.
can we get 100 reviews on Apple and Spotify?
If we get 100 reviews on Apple and Spotify, Grant will send you a picture of his penis
sure.
with his face in the picture too, so you know it's him.
No.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And today's newspaper. I'm gonna churn these out today.
That's nice too
Mhm.
for size, so
Yeah.
people know. Everybody knows how big a newspaper is.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I have a picture of Grant's penis. I'll send you.
Yeah, I'll send it to you right now. You don't even need to rate the podcast.
I mean, it's literally right next to where my taxes are, where I keep my I have one file.
It's in your special box.
Yeah.
I have one special file in my apartment, and I have taxes, W-2s.
Your grandpa's dog tags.
Yeah, and a picture of Grant's balls.
It's the only thing.
I'm not I mean, I'm literally not. I'm being
That's real.
completely serious. It's right in there with everything.
I printed out a photo of my balls on film to send to Tommy.
You
What
put it
did I
on
send-
wax.
What did I send that with? I think I sent you a gift or something.
Yeah, you sent me a T-shirt.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Yeah,
The
I'm wearing the
t-shirt
t-shirt.
also. The t-shirt has a picture of. Grant.
yeah. It was all penis.
That'd be
and
an
ball
incredible
merch.
shirt, dude.
Yeah.
Just a shirt that has a picture of a guy's cock.
Mhm.
And it says Grant's dick.
It says GrantWinklesComedy.com.
Yes.
You should make those shirts.
Yeah, I should.
Picture of your
Yeah.
flaccid penis, and then
Mhm.
above it just says GrantWinklesComedy.com.
Cool.
Think about
Yeah.
it.
I will.
I'm the ideas man.
Tommy,
Mhm.
what's
You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it. And the Grant Winkles comedy.com penis merch.
you look.
Yeah.
I guarantee
You're
it.
gonna like the way you look at my penis.
The guy who does the Men's Warehouse commercial should start a podcast or at least do some voiceover work. He's got an incredible
Where he goes
voice.
through each of the commercials and like does commentary on it.
Yeah.
like the office ladies.
Yeah. Exactly.
So wait, he on his commercials that he made already.
Yeah.
So while he's talking over himself in commentary on the commercial.
You're telling me you wouldn't do that if you could?
I would 100% do that.
Can we just stop for 1 second and say how happy we are for the office ladies that they are the biggest podcast in the world right now? I don't think they had enough.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
It's like the show The Office,
fuck,
you know?
Tommy?
Jenna, what's her name?
Jameson.
Oh, it's not Jenna Jameson.
No, I think it is. I think she was on The Office. She played Pam.
I wanted to say Jenna Friedman.
Wait, they have an Office podcast?
Yeah, her and the chick who play Angela. And a lot of people really like it.
It's like the #1 podcast in the world.
I think we owe an apology for the Velma thing. Have you guys seen the Velma show?
No.
Jesus fucking Christ. It's the worst abomination of a TV show.
Yeah, dude, Clay was watching it one night when I came home, and it's terrible.
It's like, it's everything that's wrong with like.
Yeah, Velma. Are you talking about Velma? Dude, it's good, bro. Clay goes, it's good, but Clay likes bad things.
Clay
thinks it's good?
Clay's.
No, but Clay watches like Try Guys like every day. He's into things that make him cringe.
It's funny.
It's not funny. It's like everything that's wrong with it's like yeah, I don't know.
All right, I'm kind of on board with Clay's. I definitely I punish myself.
Yeah, Clay's into like into like really good cinema, and then just like the most dog shit like things that you've ever seen, and he just loves watching it.
Yeah,
I don't get it. I mean, I actually kind of get it. Like, I started watching Try Guys with him, and it is so bad. You're like, oh my god, what is going on?
I used to watch 16 and Pregnant.
Yeah, that's on the same level.
That's fun ass bad TV, dude.
Yeah,
just watching some 16-year-old girl ruin her life, and you're like, girl, do not go to this concert. You got to go to jail tomorrow. You cannot miss that court hearing. You're gonna get your son taken away.
That's a pretty wild show to watch as like an adult. Dude, like watching like children like have sex and make bad decisions.
You don't see them having sex. Yeah, it's not like
no, they show it
camera where it's like, oh shit, he just nutted in her.
No, they show it, dude.
Stop, dude. What
they show it on MTV. Grant, do you make coffee at Sisyphus?
I do, yeah.
This is sugar.
There's a Keurig here.
Nice.
Sugar.
Do not eat on it.
Yeah, because it's so sweet.
Tommy, that's a crazy show to watch as an adult. Probably even crazier as a child. It's like you're like 11 watching 16 and Pregnant. Like, damn, this is what I'm gonna be like in 5 years.
Me 11 watching, just like, damn, girl, you can't go to that concert. You got court in the morning.
And you're pregnant.
Yeah. Well, they're not pregnant anymore. Now they have the kid.
Okay.
Usually.
Let's get to Tommy's apology.
So it's 16 and I had a kid, mainly.
Maybe it's 16. I don't know. But anyways, great TV. Fantastic television.
But Velma is bad, supposedly.
Dude, I watched a couple of
It's
everything
really bad.
Everything that's wrong with like hyper social justice stuff is like it feels like a parody of social justice, but it's being earnest and like not ironic at all. It's horrible.
That's so fucking
it's just really confusing. Like I'm like, I just don't know who it's for. I'm like, is this for like children or me? I don't get it.
It's for like 35-year-old white women that are like liberal but not socialist.
And they own like a lot of it's for like 35-year-old women with like autism, and they own a bunch of cats.
Yeah, and that's fine. It's just not for us. Maybe that's what I should have said.
Yeah.
It's not horrible, it's just not for us. But it is
Velma.
Yeah.
Not for us.
Let me put that in your coffee.
What is it?
It's just the thing that keeps the Nicorette fine.
Clay keeps defending the show. It's not good.
Dude, I watched the whole thing.
He watched the whole season, dude. This guy's got problems. I swear to God.
He's sick.
You're sick in the head. You're sick in the head, dude.
Isn't it supposed to be like a Scooby-Doo prequel? Is that the premise of it?
I don't know, dude. It bummed me out. I watched like 20
Why do we need a prequel for Scooby-Doo?
No,
I was never watching Scooby-Doo like, yeah, but like, how did they all meet though?
Dude, why can't adults just grow up? We can't like just grow up and get into new things. Like we just have to like keep living in our
talk shit about the Harry Potter game.
You guys,
if you're about to start talking shit about,
no, I'm not gonna talk shit about I have no gripes with that, but just everything in general. Like we can't just like develop our art We just
Dude,
always
real
have to like
quick.
be stuck in a zone.
Real
And
quick,
it just gets updated in like adult versions.
a couple weeks ago, me and Grant were like, after the Sisyphus mic, we were like talking to this trans person after the show, and they were like, just being really nice. And they're like, yeah, I've been arguing with people about the Hogwarts game on Twitter. And I was like, oh, yeah. And they were like, yeah, it sucks because it looks like the game's like actually really fun. And it was really hard for me not to be like, dude, it is. It's like super fucking sick.
Get into it.
Yeah. Like I bought it and gave money to J.K. Rowling, and it's awesome. It's the best thing I've ever done was give her money. Like, don't get me wrong. I went on her Twitter account and she is horrifically transphobic.
Is she still on that?
Dude, what's crazy? Because I was feeling bad. So I was like, all right, well, let's go to her Twitter and see what it's like. Truly, every single tweet is like the most transphobic thing you've ever seen in your life. It's like, damn, dude, they were not making stuff up about this lady. She is really, really transphobic.
What?
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't create the game, did she?
No, but she's like making a bunch of money from it.
Yeah, that's true.
But also, there's no ethical way to buy anything. So it's just like either steal the game and then you can get on your high horse. But the game's pretty sick, man. It's a pretty sick game. And I don't feel that bad.
Here's what you do. You just have to offset all of that just by watching all of Velma and absorbing the life lessons from that.
Yin and yang. That's the yin and yang.
I think people were clamoring for the extended scuba verse, and I think it's good.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it's good that we're teaching white women that they should be guilty.
Yeah. Watching Scooby-Doo lore videos. like, okay, but Shaggy was actually like a MIT professor.
Yeah, a 45-minute breakdown.
Yeah, dude, I will say, since I bought that Hogwarts game, here's what I do with video games. I become truly and completely obsessed with them if I really like them for like a week or two, and I'm done. So here's the past 2 weeks. Here's what they've been. I bought a PS5 and Hogwarts Legacy, and then my cousin.
You bought a PS5 recently?
Yeah. Okay, I sold my PS4 and all this shit, and then my cousin blew his head off because he became a QAnon guy. And then I've been playing.
This was last week for you.
Yeah, I've been playing Hogwarts Legacy and trying to not think about that. And then watching YouTube Harry Potter lore videos that are like 45 minutes long. And that's been pretty much my last week and a half, doing shows.
Good.
Yeah. I haven't written in 2 weeks. It's been awesome.
That's a wild week, man. You're doing a good job though of kind of like not thinking about your stuff and getting into the game. I think that's
well, it sucks because there's nothing very funny when your cousin blows his head off because he truly believed in QAnon and went crazy. There's nothing funny about it. Other than like
it's funny when it's not your cousin.
I just hope there's conspiracy. I hope there's conspiracy theories wherever he is, you know?
Yeah.
That he's still able to be a little crazy.
Wherever he went in this crazy universe.
Yeah. Hopefully he's reading.
I hope he can still log on to 4chan.
Yeah.
Wherever he is. In whatever dimension.
I hope that there's Q drops wherever he's
heaven.
at.
Yeah, exactly.
In heaven.
Q drops in heaven.
Drops in heaven.
We're gonna write that song.
Why?
It's just one sugar, dude.
No, it's not sugar.
It's a silicone
it's
gel.
bubbling.
Oh shit.
Wait, what is it?
Ryan just dropped like one of those beef jerky do not eat packets in my coffee. Dude.
Oh, you can't drink that, man.
You would be mad if I did that to you.
Well, I didn't think it would actually explode or whatever. I thought it was just gonna kind of flow. All right, let me make you another coffee.
I'll make it. You have to pod while I make coffee.
All right,
that stuff's pure chemicals, man.
Well, I thought it would float like an ice cube.
If it's so bad, why do they put it in the jerky?
That's what I'm saying. So why can't I put that in?
I bet if you get it wet though, then the chemicals then like disperse in a way that makes it just really bad.
Just like, you know.
Well, like what?
Pussy. Just like pussy.
In what way? Yeah.
Expand
on that.
The chemicals disperse. It's melting. It's melting.
Grant, don't touch that, man.
Eat it, Grant.
Why can't
you should be able to eat silica if you want.
I mean, I think you probably do in a lot of
problem with the FDA is they tell you, oh, don't eat silica.
Don't,
you can't eat silica.
It's at the bottom of the food group.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, I love eating silica. and I'm trying to get my friends to do it.
Yeah, Silica Valley. That's where I'm trying to go.
Yeah, a valley made of silica.
And you can eat it all. It's like Candyland for a guy like me.
All you can eat silica gel packets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I'm sorry to hear about your cousin, man. I mean, I know you keep saying you don't care, but
no, I do care, absolutely. But you got to try.
But no, what you're supposed to do though is when something like that happens, you're not supposed to like deal with it for a while. You're supposed to just get into a video game or like a TV show. And I really mean this. And like maybe deal with this in like 2 months. But for now, like you're doing the right stuff, which is just playing a video game and then doing comedy, and then in 2 months you can go, damn, that was crazy. And that kind of goes, that's just kind of it.
Yeah, I think we're probably going to scream at his family when there's like a big family get together,
which would be like a funeral or something.
Oh, in like May we're having like a get together.
That's good.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But you
should post on like a QAnon forum like about the get together.
Yeah, tell everybody to come.
So the other family members can slide through.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, damn, I can't believe Q knows about the family get together.
Yeah,
this guy knows everything.
It's almost like he was right. It's almost like Tim was right about everything.
Yeah, but I think you're doing the right stuff, man.
Yeah, I would be super pissed off if I found out the government actually did kill him. Because that's what, for the listeners, he was going on about how the government was going to kill him, and then somebody gave him a gun to make him feel safe, and then he shot himself.
I know, but a lot of those guys, what they do is just like, oh, I'll get to me before the government can.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I'm gonna win.
Or I'm sure there was like a little bit of thinking too, where it's like, well, if I do this, then it will also look like that, and I'll look like a hero, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be pretty crazy if the government actually did kill my dumbass cousin.
Yeah, it'd be crazy if like that's who their number one suspect is.
Yeah.
Like is your cousin. Like the guy that's gonna really bring us down, the US government.
Yeah.
Is Ryan's cousin.
Was a Miami, Florida graduate. Was a University of Miami, Florida graduate.
Yeah, that's our biggest concern.
For 2 years.
Yeah, as the most powerful country in the world, one man.
We were lucky. He almost brought everything down.
Let's make that movie where truly one man is the biggest threat to the U.S. government, and it is that guy. And they're like, President Biden's just like, we gotta take this guy down, man.
You got to tone it down. It can't be a regular guy. It's got to be like, the biggest threat to American security is Daffy Duck. Jonathan Statham is Daffy
Duck. And Daffy Duck's in like a trailer park.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't give a duck. It's like his big.
It's huge. It's his huge line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you guys, hopefully your family will figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't do anything wrong, so.
Do you want to hear my apology?
Yeah, let's hear the apology.
I kind of want to wait for Grant though, because it's kind of a weird thing that happened. I'll tell you this, man. I had food poisoning yesterday.
What did you eat, do you think?
I think it was a chicken sandwich from like a food truck. I think that got me.
Do you get lightheaded when you have food poisoning from
Dude,
chicken?
I like broke like a fever, man.
Really?
Dude, all yesterday morning, man, I like threw up for like an hour, and then
Chicken's dicey, man.
I don't know. Something happened to me. I threw up for like an hour. I didn't have any drinks on Friday. And then but I felt good going to bed. And then I woke up Saturday just like shaking.
What do you think's the scariest food in terms of getting food poisoning?
Man, chicken might be up there.
I would also say chicken's got to be up there.
I would also say like vegetables that are like see, that's the thing. I don't know if it was even the chicken. It could have been the vegetables, because vegetables go bad.
Yeah, but it's cooked, right?
No, dude, it was like tomato. It was like just chicken sandwich.
Okay.
And like lettuce. Like lettuce is really dangerous.
Grant, I'm sorry I put the silica packet in there. I thought it would be funny. I feel like a little kid now, where you thought you were doing something funny and then something bad happens because of it, and you're like, "Damn, actually, I'm a fucking asshole."
Dude, I also had like a lady sleepover on Friday night.
Whoa!
Yeah, dude, I'm back I'm back out there. And I woke up Saturday just like puking. And it was very embarrassing. She was very nice about it, but
yeah,
it was not. I got food poisoning on Saturday. Grant's back. I got food poisoning Saturday morning.
Damn.
was this?
Dude,
Is this the same galley that you've been telling us about?
Yes.
Wow.
I came into the bedroom. I was like, I threw up.
his underwear is around his ankle.
Yeah, I'm literally in my boxers, like, I don't feel well. I threw up. Just like was in like a fetal position for like an hour.
You know what you ate?
I think chicken sandwich.
Okay. All right. Pussy.
Pussy. For the first time.
Damn, bro.
But I also ate some like smoked salmon off like one of like the bathhouse customers' plate during my shift.
I could have done it too.
They didn't eat their salmon and I just like was so hungry and I just housed it.
How was the salmon like lukewarm by the time you ate it?
Well, if it's smoked, but if it's smoked, that should be preserved.
I know it should be cured, but you just never know, dude. Here's the thing, dude. I'm like a fucking animal, dude. I'm just putting stuff in my mouth. I don't even know what.
What about a prank? What about a prank restaurant where you order smoked salmon and then they bring you out a raw salmon that has this lit cigarette in its mouth?
That's good.
You're like, that's your fucking smoked salmon, man.
We got you.
Yeah, you fucking piece of shit. You should never have come here.
It's that prank show, and it's just that prank every episode. 200 episodes.
Thought of any other?
All they sell is smoked salmon.
Yeah, that might be the better. Like,
some guys
would be better if it was just that one thing over and over again.
And the restaurant's name is Prankos. You want to come on down?
No, it's called
Prankos. You always smoke salmon. Fucking see what happens. It's pretty funny, man. It's pretty funny.
It's not funny. It's
Frank.
It's good smoked salmon. We're gonna
Frank Liano's smoked salmon.
Hey Ashton, come out here. Come out here and fucking tell these guys.
World famous, the originals, Frank Liano's.
Liano's
Frankos, Frank Liano's prank salmon.
Come on down to Pranko's Foodstuffs.
Prankos.
Okay. Yeah. So can we do we got a really good listener apology.
Should we do
all right, let's do that and I got an apology.
Oh, you didn't get to yours?
No, I just got
I was making coffee.
Well, he wanted to wait for you.
Oh, okay.
Let's do the listener thing. We can come back to mine. Mine's just like a heckler at a show. So kind of like a classic deal.
Great.
Something that really pissed me off though.
Sounds like really good podcasting. I'm excited for the end of this episode.
Why did you sound so?
Yeah, why'd you say it like that?
I don't know.
Yeah, why? Because
I'm
please change your tone, dude.
Because I had a sip of coffee and
I think that silicone might be getting the Grant.
Yeah. Wow, sounds really good. I can't wait for the end of this episode. Now, time for a listener apology.
Sorry for going NPR mode on your asses, but
I think that made you autistic.
I just shifted into fucking sixth gear. Hold on, I wanted to say, write these in. WeCoolPodcast.com. We need more. We do have some.
Wait, I want to get some coffee now too. Can you guys podcast for a bit?
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ. Yes. So WeCoolPodcast.com. We need some more of these.
And this one came in recently and it's so fucking loud. Did he leave the kitchen to go get coffee?
Yeah, he's got to go make it.
Okay. This one jumped the queue. Okay, this one came in.
Tommy, shut the fuck up. God damn, dude.
Okay, so this one jumped the queue because it was that good. Oh, that was fast.
So yeah, if you get a good one in, it's gonna jump the queue. You're saying?
Well,
Grant, cheers on that, on having some coffee.
Did you check that coffee for silica gel? By the way,
well, I have my own and I put them in there, and it makes me feel crazy. All right.
Just wanted to make sure you were getting that. All right. Yeah. WeCoolPodcast.com. Write them in.
All right. So this is this week's anonymous listener apology. Hi, fellas. Thanks for the lovely pod. I look forward to Thursday mornings and the laughs you all bring. As for my side of the bargain, ... I have an apology. Content warning, adult content. I think that's just for us, by the way. I don't think that's for the listeners. I think it's just like,
oh, you know what? It's adult. Don't read it.
Yeah,
guys, don't send in this crap.
Grant, you're gonna have to cover my eyes while I read this. I'd like to apologize to a woman I hooked up with. The night of the event was a fine evening with a happy ending. But it turns out I wasn't quite satisfied. What else do you want? Isn't that like that's the goal?
A woman had sex with you.
Yeah.
That's the best thing that could
Unfortunately,
possibly happen.
I wanted more.
I couldn't stop.
Yeah,
I couldn't get enough.
I had sex with her sister. No, okay.
Sounds like my man is addicted.
I had sex with her mom. I had sex with her aunt. I had sex with her dad.
Yep. We had snaggled a few times previous. Snaggled, weird verb there.
Maybe snuggled is what.
Snag. I don't know.
Maybe they were going. All right,
Does that mean like they got?
I think he's saying like shagged.
Yeah, maybe.
Snaggled.
I know what this apology says, so I should not be running coverage.
Snaggle seems like an argument.
Snaggle's a tooth. You got a snaggle tooth.
Well, yeah.
What does that mean? Now you got a fuck tooth?
Hey, fuck tooth. Why don't you write a better apology?
Fuck tooth is a great.
Hey, fuck tooth, come down to Pranklianos.
Yeah, prank you.
Fuck tooth is literally what I look like.
All right. We had snaggled a few times previous, and we were pretty comfortable with each other. So I felt the moment was ripe for a good bit.
This guy's talking about adult content, but he's saying snaggled and happy. And
I like snaggled. So I felt the moment was ripe for a good bit. In the depths of our post-nut haze, great description. Nearly immediately after the action, I asked the lovely lady if she could perhaps place her yayas on my bare behind.
On my what? Say that again.
On his bare behind. So he's saying, would you mind putting your breasts on my ass? I can't tell you why. After a chuckle, she obliged and softly placed her most vulnerable parts upon my bum. This guy, it's like he's writing the worst adult like book.
That's fan.
Dude, this is like literally like a sex fantasy I would have in like second grade.
Yeah,
like
why am I rocking a half chub right now?
This is we cool fan.
This is like no, but you know when you're like don't know what sex. But you know when you like don't know what sex is and you're like in third grade and you're like, I want her to put her boobs on my butt. Like,
and all your boys are like, yes.
Like, yes, dude.
Okay. So after a chuckle, she obliged, softly placed her most vulnerable parts upon my bum. In response, I let it rip. A vile fart rocketed out of me and straight into her knockers. The shockwaves of the impact made an airy, delightful sound, which was soon followed by her scream.
This is fucked up, dude. This is not okay.
Tommy, please, we're just getting into a rhythm here. The beautiful woman did not appreciate this. Jumped and what? She didn't say thank you for farting on my tits.
Thank you. So one more, please.
Oh my god. You got any more farts loaded up for my tits in there?
I'll have what she's having, but I mean me.
Yeah. The beautiful woman did not appreciate this, jumped off of me, and scolded me. Bad guy. Don't fart on my tits. I tried to explain amongst my laughter that it was simply a funny bit. Babe, no, I was doing a bit.
I'm going to write it into a podcast.
No, you should get that. This is funny for both of us. You got my fucking fart on your tits. I had meant no harm, but she did not agree.
That cannot be true. How do you do that without meaning harm?
Listen, lady, I didn't mean nothing by it. I just wanted to fart on your tits.
This is disgusting.
But she did not agree. This event tainted the rest of the night. Yeah, that's a hard one to come back from. Every couple hours, like if she's hung around for a while, he's like, yeah, but it was kind of funny.
Well, here's the thing: if you're like a self-respecting woman, you can't think about that every so often and just stay there. Yeah, like you gotta.
I mean,
imagine if a woman farted on your chest, how you would feel.
Well, that's a different story,
Oh my God.
that is just a different story.
Totally different.
Listen, we're doing this story right now. We don't want to start on my story.
Let's not get two stories.
Okay, so we got some more here.
I mean, imagine this woman's like, she's out to brunch with her friends.
They're like, oh my God, how was it?
And she's like, yeah, I mean, we snaggled a few times. And they're like, what? And she's like, yeah, we snaggled. They're like, I'm sorry, what do you mean?
But then we had sex.
So then he asked me to put my yayas softly upon his bum.
Yeah.
And he just ripped. They're just like, oh, I hate when that happens.
Mm-hmm. Girl.
That's the worst when men do that.
Girl, you got to dump him. So this event
before he dump on you. Okay.
Nice. There you go. This event tainted the rest of the night. Additionally, I was afraid these fancy evenings would be no more. This wasn't.
This is like written like the night before Christmas.
Awesome. He's doing
and all through the house, not a screecher scurried, not even a blouse on my bum, something like that.
All through the house, not a titty was being farted on, not even my girlfriend's. All right.
Not even, yeah.
Additionally, I was afraid these fancy evenings would be no more. That this wasn't directly the case, as the bridge was quickly rebuilt. But farting in any way, shape, or form around her was intensely frowned upon. Yeah, because she's worried that you're gonna turn it on her. I farted on my girlfriend's foot the other day. I didn't think she'd hear it.
Yeah.
And then she yelled at me because she felt the vibration. I was
so
like, in my defense, didn't know you would know.
Well, that's the thing, dude, is like you went way too, like, because now you can't fart in front of her.
Yeah.
Like, this is going to come back. If you guys get married, this is coming back, to haunt you. This is, you're never getting over this.
Yeah.
That's too soon.
I would go up to my ex and fart and go, I'd be like, does this sound okay to you? And fart and be like, did that sound all right?
You ever do that? Is this thing on? You tap your ass a couple times. You go, mic check. Is this thing on?
This thing on right now?
All right, one last sentence here. We don't see each other anymore as lives have the tendency to twist and turn like the tracks of a Valleyfair roller coaster. But I find comfort that our situation withstood the fart.
It sounds like it didn't withstand.
Yeah, no, it didn't.
He came to the wrong conclusion.
This guy rules, though. That was a great apology. Wait, did he even apologize? I don't think he even apologized. He didn't say he was sorry to her.
How did it start?
Okay. I have an apology, but then he never said I'm sorry to her or anything.
Dude, that's a wild prank to do on a first night.
No, they'd snaggled before. Many times.
Okay.
So this was like a casual, you're hooking up every once in a while.
That's crazy, dude.
So
that's like crazy. I would never.
No.
I would be so pissed.
Imagine even asking a woman to put her boobs on your ass.
I would never do that.
Oh yeah. Well, imagine like farting right after in your post nut haze, you know? Like,
have you guys ever farted during sex?
No.
I've farted during sex. It sucks. It ruins it.
Yeah.
You're going at it, and then there's just a long, wet fart. You're like, well, I guess it's over. I'm sorry. I was trying to hold it in.
Well, I guess it's over. It's so funny.
Yeah, well, I guess we're never talking again.
I've had to pee. I've had to stop and go piss really quick.
Yeah. Because have you ever farted while you're making direct eye contact with someone?
Only my guy friends, I think.
Yeah. Now imagine it was a girl and then you're also having sex and you're making eye contact and then just
yeah, that sounds tough,
like
man.
A long one, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good.
But the pussy farts sometimes, and that's okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's supposed to.
That's whimsical.
Yeah, that's all fun.
Mm-hmm.
Haha, fella, when your pussy fart.
When your pussy fart.
When your girl pussy fart.
Yeah, that's great. Even if it was like my biggest like kink to just have some tits on my butt, I would keep that a secret.
But it's not even a kink for me. It's just a bit.
I know, that's the thing. Like,
this sounds like something I would.
If this was a kink, you would be you would be in trouble for not getting consent. But since it was a prank, since it sounds
it sounds like an awesome prank. This is the other thing they do to you at Prankos. They do smoked salmon and then they'll fart on your tits.
The happy endings.
Farty tits, McFarty tits. You go down to Prankos or McFarty tits.
Come on down to Prankos and ask about the crappy ending.
Nice, dude.
That's great.
Yeah, that's absolutely crazy to do, man.
I'm so shameful about all that stuff. I like barely even fart in front of Kelly really that much.
Really?
We've been together for like 6 years.
You gotta fart.
I mean, I do, but it's not like I don't show her.
You don't make a big stink of it.
No.
Yeah. Nice. No. Do you ever do that in the bathroom? You go to fart in the bathroom and then you come out
and your girlfriend is just like really quiet.
Mhm.
You're like, Miranda a couple weeks ago was like, I had to fart, so I went to the bathroom, farted. It was like a pretty loud one. Then I come out and she's like laughing. I'm like, what? She's like, I didn't even hear it. I didn't even hear it. She was like making a big stink of going. I didn't hear it. It was fine.
Sounds like you were making the big stink.
In the bathroom. Oh, that's where you're supposed to. Let me ask you guys this. You guys burp in the car? Do you crack your window afterwards?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to.
No, my burps don't smell that bad unless I'm
Piece of
drinking.
shit.
He says my burps don't smell that bad.
Yeah, your shit doesn't stink either, does it, Tommy?
Well, I don't drive with anybody.
Yeah, but if you did, you roll the window down. You crack the window.
Look at him
If
move
it-
the goalposts.
Yeah.
If it felt like it was gonna be a nasty one, I would crack the window. But
Dude, you know who burps like aggressively at you? Is Kagan. He's done it to me a couple
Really?
times, and I've almost beat the shit out of him.
What?
It pisses me off. You don't burp at somebody.
What a
It's-
weird thing to be known for.
Yeah, dude. He's done it to me like 3 or 4 times throughout our friendship, and every time I'm like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, dude. I hate that.
yeah, especially given Kagan's diet.
Yeah, it's all fish bones,
Olives
fish bones and olives. That's what.
and
He's,
and just like
and some
seeds.
weird Ukrainian soup.
Some
Yeah.
scrambled bread.
Mhm, some fresh topsoil, organic topsoil found in a compost.
My mother made this from the asshole of an ox. It's asshole ox
Soup.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah, this is. I honestly don't think we should accept this apology.
Well, there was no apology to accept. Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's awesome, it's hilarious, but we're
Yeah.
not accepting
Yeah.
the
Listen,
apology.
dudes rock, but we cannot accept this apology.
No, dude, that is like if my friend did that and told me, I would be like, that is crazy, man. Like you
Yeah.
shouldn't do that again.
You need to go to therapy.
I'd be like, you think that's funny? Well, you're correct, but like
It's
Jesus
hilarious.
Christ.
Yeah.
I just don't think I would have the courage to bare my soul like that.
This guy has
bare ass my soul.
This guy has main character syndrome where it's like because I do this a lot where I'll do a bit and it's really only for me.
Yeah.
And then you realize afterwards you're like, damn, yeah, that truly was just for me.
It's like, bro, you are
Why would she
you are
think-
not Stifler, my man.
Why would
I hate
she
to
think
tell
that
you.
was funny that I farted on her boobs?
Yeah, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know what to think of it. Like, this is like
Do you
one of the
think- yeah.
greatest things I've ever heard.
Do you think before he did it, in his head, he thought she would think it's funny too?
Probably, hopefully, right?
Yeah, he had to have. He had to have been like, "Ah, dude, if I fought on her yayas, she's gonna
Yeah,
suck."
this guy's a narcissist
Maybe.
for doing that.
Or it's just a guy who, I mean, let's be honest. Maybe he gets a lot of pussy, and he just it's not that special to him.
Okay.
And so it's like he's like, yeah, maybe I fart on her tits. Maybe she never talks to me again. So be it.
Maybe he's
There's
just
plenty
funny.
of fish in the
He
sea.
could just be a funny guy.
I mean, I don't think that's up for debate.
I think he's just a funny guy. I don't
he's
think
hilarious. Sounds like
I
he's
don't think-
funnier than all of us.
I don't think we can assume anything other than the fact that he's funny and pretty stupid.
That's okay. That's fair.
Anything else is just a wild assertion at this point.
Because here's the thing, he might have just not put any thought into this.
It probably was a thought, and then he did it.
Yeah, exactly. Not thinking.
Been
oh,
there, brother.
really?
Been there a
That
thousand
resonates
times.
with you?
Been there 1,000 times. Do not get a $7,000 loan for no reason and then spend it all on Uber Eats.
Dude, I still can't believe that. I really want to come back
I'm
to
working
that
on a
at some
bit.
point.
I'm working on a bit.
Oh
about
yeah,
that.
you have to.
About how like I'm not a financial planner, but if I could give you guys one piece of advice financially, it's yeah, don't get a $7,000 loan for no
If you
reason
don't
and
need one.
spend all of it on Uber Eats.
Dude, you were so sure about this loan. You were so confident.
It was a sure thing.
It was a sure thing.
I was
And
like
he
Wolf
spent-
of Wall Street. I was like, as
Dude,
You were
confident
like
as a,
the people who get swindled in Wolf of Wall Street.
I was, yeah. But the problem is, I was thinking of myself like,
Yeah.
Dude, it's so crazy to get the amount of Uber Eats you do when you don't really drink and you have a car
yeah.
That's the craziest part of it.
and you live in a
And a nice
drivable
kitchen.
city.
and a
Yeah.
nice kitchen. For
Yeah,
anybody who doesn't know, Ryan, just recap it really quick what you did.
Well, it's exactly what I said. I got a $7,000 loan for no reason because I thought I'm never going to save $7,000 because I like to spend my money. But if every month I miss $100, I won't really miss that, and then I'll just keep the $7,000. In 5 years, it'll be like I just got $7,000 out of it.
And me and Grant were like, why don't you just put away $100?
Because I don't want to do that. Because I don't do that. That's not how my.
You're still doing this. You're doing that.
And so now,
And then you spent it all on.
well, yeah. So the idea was like I'll always have $7,000, and then in 5 years, hey, now I've got the $7,000. That's pretty cool. But then,
But you just.
but then I kept.
Alone is if you're like going to use it in an expense that will like
Like to put a deck on your house.
You don't need a reason to get a loan. No one asked.
I know, but
yeah.
But if you need one, it's like okay, I'm going to invest in something that will make me more money. You got a loan to stay stagnant.
No, I got a loan to get $7,000 in 5 years.
But then your reasoning was, if it ever becomes a problem and the interest rates change, I'll just give the whole loan back.
Yeah, exactly. And then
I'll
be like, okay, that wasn't a good choice.
Yeah.
No, Ryan, if you put away $100 for 5 years, you would just have
do this. I convinced like 3 people to do this, I think. So
you didn't.
I was pretty
Yeah,
close.
no,
I was
you
close to
didn't.
convincing Grant. Grant was like,
No.
all right, it kind of makes sense, actually. There was a month where you were like, actually, it kind of makes sense why you would do that. Yeah.
No.
You cannot gaslight me.
You
But dude,
say that. You 100% were like, all right, yeah, I get why.
But dude, you're in your best case scenario, you were just going to use the loan and you were just going to have the loan sit and then pay it off and just have that money sit.
And then I would have
Right?
$7,000.
What you want to
that
do
I
with a
wouldn't
loan
naturally
is you
save.
want to make that money work for you. You know, you want to get ahead and make that money work for you. Like
mean,
invest in a stock, invest in
I-
whatever, invest in your business. And that loan can then grow while you're paying it off. You're having it sit and then just having $7,000 in 5 years, which you could do that without even having a
I
loan.
didn't do any of that. What I did was I kept getting Uber Eats every night. And then all of a sudden I didn't have $7,000 anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
So
spent
that's what happened.
$7,000 on Uber Eats. I took a $7,000 loan out so that I could have Uber Eats for 3 months.
How good was
And
that
now
for
I
those
don't
5 months?
now I don't have $7,000 and I'm a little fat. That's the difference between me now and when I first got the loan.
And you just bought a PS5.
And I bought a PS5 and Hogwarts Legacy.
Dude.
Yeah.
I think you need to apologize to yourself, my dude.
Here's the problem.
No.
Here's the problem. I make mistakes, but the mistakes I make are never big enough where I actually learn a lesson from it. Like
That's a
this, I'm not
pretty
gonna
big
miss that.
mistake.
I'm not gonna miss that $100 for the next 5 years.
Like, didn't you say you've learned like 3 lessons in your life?
Yeah, and I can't think of what they are. And I don't remember them. I've already forgotten
The
them.
first one was write down the lessons you
No, but I might learn that now. No, maybe 4. Write down the lessons you've learned
Yeah.
because you forgot the first 3. Because here's the problem. Things work out just well enough. I do the wrong thing, the objectively wrong thing. Things
Mhm.
work out just enough. Why would I learn a lesson from that?
I don't think it worked out for you at all.
Yeah, it has.
He's got Hogwarts Legacy.
I'm still living a good life. I'm doing all right.
Yeah, but you lost $100 every month.
That I was going to spend anyways on Uber Eats.
I guess. Okay, yeah, I
Highly
guess so.
regret That.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I don't even know. Maybe
Have you stopped getting Uber Eats? Have you changed your lifestyle at all, or do you get
Oh.
the same amount of Uber Eats?
less, but I
Don't
still get it
you
every
don't
once
you
in a while.
find that getting Uber Eats, the food quality really suffers in the traveling?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
That's
But you
why I
just-
don't do it. It's so expensive
Yeah.
for mediocre food. Like, even if you order from the best place, it's kind of not good by the time it gets to you.
Yeah.
I agree.
Also, I'm good at whipping something up.
Huh? No, I cook
Also,
I cook like 2 or 3 times a week usually.
That's good. That's good.
yeah.
I went over a week without eating out at a restaurant.
I went over a week
which is
without
pretty
eating
good.
out my girlfriend.
Shame on
Congrats.
Thanks, man.
It's hard to do.
the habit.
Uh-huh.
You gave eating up pussy for Lent, right?
When I was growing up, my dad had this friend named Fat Pat, and he was named that because he weighed like 400 pounds. And
Oh, okay.
And one day I was like going out to the garage and I just overheard like Fat Pat talking to my dad about how much he loves eating his wife's pussy. Like Fat Pat just like, yeah, dude, I just like can't get enough of my wife's fucking
How do you think he
pussy.
gained all that weight?
He's genuinely eating it. He's swallowing it.
Yeah, man.
That man is mostly pussy.
The doctors are like coming in with charts.
Shout out to Fat Pat.
We've never seen.
He's got to be dead by now with how much he weighed. Dude, I've been looking up pictures of people that are like 120 years old. You ever see those guys?
No.
Yeah, they look crazy, man.
They look insane. Because I want to live to be like 150, right?
What?
Why?
Why not? What do you mean why? Because I want to keep existing.
Okay.
And plus, imagine this: I'm almost 30. That's like 5 more lifetimes, like 4 more lifetimes.
Full, yeah.
If you live to be 150.
But it's diminishing returns.
Plus, here's the thing:
because once you pass 80,
but here's the
90,
thing: once you hit like 100, when you're 100, nobody really gives a shit, right? Like they're like, we see 100-year-old people all the time.
I don't think so. I think if you're 100,
never,
no.
I've ever met a 100-year-old person.
But then you hit like 112. If you could hang on for like 112, right? Now all of a sudden, like the news gives a shit, and like the government's like, we got to keep you alive so you could be the longest person that's ever lived. You know, like once you hit like 112, people are like, everyone's interested. They're like, Jesus Christ, your lips look crazy. You look like you don't even have eyeballs anymore. We got to keep you around for like 18 more years, dude.
My great grandma lived to 101.
Wow. Did she? What was she? Dalmatians? What was she made of? Fucking Dalmatians?
Yeah, she was made of fucking Dalmatians. It's crazy how she was made of Dalmatians. She was 101 Dalmatians in a trench coat. Talking about, I'm your great grandma.
Talking about woof woof.
Talking about woof woof, I'm your grandma and shit.
How old do you guys want to be when you die?
I think somewhere 90s sounds good.
Yeah, not 100, maybe 100 might be nice. Yeah,
dude, 120 would be sick as fuck, bro. Because then you get to be like, you get your own Wikipedia article. You end up on Wikipedia with like a bunch of Japanese people. Like that's
I'd be cool. I'd be cool with 80, honestly. It sounds all right.
80's too young, man.
Yeah.
80's the new 34.
That's crazy. That's true.
I just thought of that and then I said it.
It's crazy how true that is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a choice. I'm just gonna have to go whenever I can
you
go.
don't have a choice. Yeah, you have a choice.
I mean, I guess you can be healthy. Try your best. You know.
Yeah.
You never know when that bus is coming. You never know when that train's coming.
I want to be an unhealthy 120-year-old. Like I've been unhealthy my entire life, you know? And I've somehow like they're like, I want to be one of those old guys where they're like, yeah, it really doesn't make sense that he's this old.
Yeah.
He made it
like
this long.
Mr.
You know?
Burns. Yeah.
Have a 90-year-old girlfriend.
Yeah.
Everyone's pissed off.
Everybody's like, that's problematic.
Yeah.
That's okay, Seinfeld.
Yeah, she dies before me because I poison her. So I can date an 80-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of old people, I got an apology to demand.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, sorry, Tommy.
It's all good. I was doing a show on Wednesday. It doesn't matter what day. It's pretty in like a pretty alty Brooklyn show, you know, and I'm pretty like I'm kind of alt, but like I'm like club alt. If you're like in Brooklyn, I'm like very meat and potatoes stand up, you know, and they have me like close out the show, and it's just like, yeah, it's like a lot of queer people, a lot of like, you know, like some lady had a guitar and ate chalk before my set, and not hating against, that's fine. That's great.
She ate chalk?
She ate chalk, you know.
This is part of her bit?
Yeah, no, she just likes to have a little snack.
That means like iron deficient, I think.
No. It's like was part of her bit. I wasn't really watching. Yeah, she was doing pretty well actually.
That is a real thing though. People who are iron deficient will eat like clay and ash and chalk. It's like your body has and chew ice. They have a craving for it. You should tell that.
I love chewing ice.
You should tell that non-binary.
I like chewing ice too.
Go get checked out.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, fine. I'll do my set, and so I go up, and you know, I'm cooking. You know, I'm starting. It's nice. I'm doing some jokes, and I'm getting the ball rolling, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be like a pretty killer set. I'm like a couple minutes in.
How much time are you doing?
Doing like 10, 12 or something like that. I'm closing out the show. And the host too is like this non-binary person who's like, your next comedian, you know, I've been seeing his clips. He's really funny. I'm really excited. And whatever. And like pretty genuine intro. And so I go up and then I do my it's giving joke and then the nursing home part, you know, and that gets a good pop. But there's this like 85-year-old woman right in the front, you know, and this room's like packed. Like everyone's been like killing tonight. And I'm like, it's going pretty good. There's like, and like I check in with this older woman. I'm just like, because the joke is like I say a bunch of like Z generation terms if we were like in a nursing home, you know, and it's just like language is going to be funny when we're older, you know, that's like the gist of it. And I check in with this older woman and I'm like, you know, and she's old as shit, you know, and amongst like all 20 something Brooklyn people. And I'm like, what do you think about that? What do you think was going on? And she stands up and she goes, I think I want to kick you in the balls.
What?
And everyone goes, whoa. And I'm like, what the hell? And she's like, yeah, that was like sexist and ageist and like all this other shit. And it like wasn't like and then everyone in the room was like, oh my God. Like she didn't get it. She was very confused, but now it's like, oh my God, the old lady's upset.
He's pissed off.
You pissed off the old woman.
I pissed off the old woman. And then I'm like, all right, please, like, don't kick me in my baby dick and whatever. And she's like, stands up. She's like 2 feet away from me. And
did you sense she was mad? Is that why you checked on her?
She looked confused, but she had a mask on. So I don't even know if she was just old or confused. And I didn't feel like I was picking on her, but I can kind of.
Here's the thing, Tommy. You're the kind of comic or an old 80-year-old woman looks at you and goes, I could take him. I could kick his fucking ass.
Yeah. Also, like, I don't know, like I'm a nice guy, but like sometimes on stage, I'm like, you know, you can kind of appear to be kind of like a piece of shit, like maybe overly confident and stuff. And so then I'm like, all right, come on, please don't like kick me in my baby dick or whatever. And she like sits and is like saying more stuff. And I'm like, all right. And then I go, guys, should I kick this old lady's fucking ass? Like I double down and then that gets a good pop. Yeah. But then the host behind her, this person is like going like stop.
What?
I think it might be like their grandma or someone they know. And I immediately collapse. Like I lose all my confidence and I just get weird for like 3 minutes. And I can't like stop thinking about this woman and every joke. I get them back with like one joke, and then I had a decent end, and then I had a decent ending part, and then I ended really weird. And she fucked up all my shit, and I felt so bad. I like, why was she there? I don't know.
So who was this lady? Did you ever find it? Do you ask the host afterwards? Like,
no, I got off stage and peeled out. I just dipped.
Also, if you're that host, kind of fuck you. Like, what are you doing? What you got to side with the person on stage.
Dude, the host was just like, this old lady doesn't get it. Like she doesn't know you're joking. Like she's upset. And like I kept like kind of going like, I will fucking kill this old lady. And like and so I think I just threatened like this host grandma or something, or I don't know. I would like to demand an apology from this lady for not understanding my joke meant for 20-year-olds. And then I would also like to apologize for threatening an old woman. I felt really bad about the whole thing, like all night. You know, when you have those like weird moments on stage and you're like, my anxiety was just like through the roof. And I'm just on the train, just like, what the fuck, dude? Why can't you just shut up?
Yeah.
Or like, why don't you have different jokes? You ever have one of those sets where you're just like, why don't I actually have different jokes?
Dude, I did.
You know what I mean? Like, why do I have my jokes? I should actually have completely different jokes. And also, why am I the way I am? You know? And then when you do great, you're just like, no, I've figured it out. No, but it was just, oh my God, so much anxiety. And I would just like to demand an apology from that whole night.
Yeah.
It didn't feel good. And also the host was like, people said they liked your set, but I had no confidence for like 4 or 5 minutes, like no confidence. Like I felt like face just like, no, not just going through the words. And I like to play around a lot and I just couldn't. Oh my God. So
I think
God damn
it was probably a lot worse in your mind than it actually was.
No, I bet it was worse. I bet it was worse in the real world.
Because I had a weird moment, dude. I had a weird moment a couple weeks ago. Oh, I think it was when I was closing Sisyphus, and I was having like a weird set, but it was okay. I was like doing okay, and I have this joke about like critical race theory, and it's like Lily White in Sisyphus. The crowd is always like a lot of white people, and they got like weird when I brought up critical race theory. They were like, oh, and then there was a black couple in the front, and I go, what does the black table think about that? And everybody was just like, ooh, geez. And they were cool, like they were with it, and they gave me like the A-OK. But it,
also like critical race theory isn't like controversial.
I know,
like I hate this concept that critical race theory is like a controversial thing. It's like, no, this is like, this is good. Like, what are you talking about? Stop being fucking weird.
It's a bunch of liberals in this room, and I'm on the right side of the point of view, and they're still like weird about it, of like, oh, why is he bringing that up type vibe. And it's just like, and then I got in my head like really bad about it that night of like, damn, I put those, like, was it wrong of me to like put those black people on the spot and like call them out in a room full of white people? But then it's like, that's just in your own head mostly.
I know. And also you're making all these decisions just like I'm just like, right away. You're just making decision just based on what feels right. And what felt right was I should threaten to kill an old woman,
which is hilarious.
It's funny. Right? And it was funny. And this is like, and oh my God, it just, dude, just fucking.
You're not gonna win them all, man. I did Pearl and Emma's like disco death.
The records
shop show this weekend. All like very leftist crowd.
Yeah.
And it was like me and the other like straight white guys before the show were like, fuck, we're all gonna fucking just bomb. But it sucked because like you could go, it was like so intimate.
Yeah,
you could see tight. You're like, I'm killing with this guy, doing really good with them. This lesbian couple with shaved heads fucking hates me. Like it sucks, man. It sucks when you're just like, because at a comedy show, when people pay, typically they want you to succeed and they give you the benefit of the doubt. And some of these situations, it feels like that is not the case. Where like, because you're like a straight white guy who looks a certain way. And I like
being that guy in those shows. I like doing those alt rooms. I like doing those queer rooms because it makes me like, it almost separates me. So I like kind of just,
dude, I went up and I go, let's do a round of applause for the status quo, huh? Who wants to keep things the way they are, right? We all want that, right? And that kind of like did okay. And so I was like, all right, I think this is going to be okay. But what would happen is like, you have like a word that they have a negative association with. And they're like, nope, off.
It's like critical race theory.
Off.
It's like,
I'm completely off.
And then it's like, if you just listen to what I'm saying, you would realize I'm actually making fun of the point of view that I'm that you don't like
that joke I have about like cheating on my girlfriend in her dreams.
People will tune out when you say cheating on your girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly. And it sucks because it's like, dude, listen to the rest of the fucking joke.
No. And it's
I don't even know how they could. That's a good one. I don't even know why.
It's frustrating. It's frustrating.
It's always like fucking millennial white people.
Yeah.
Like they're the ones who fucking put the kibosh.
But what sucks?
Anything fun.
What sucks with having a bad set in that environment? Like if I have a bad set on the road, I can leave and be like, I mean, they're all fucking Trump supporters. Who gives a shit? But like when you have a bad set in like a coffee fucking vinyl record shop,
like on a cool show,
you're like, damn, dude. I agree with every single person in that audience. Like ideologically, I am on board with those people. Those aren't stupid people, but they kind of are. Like some of them are. Some of them are just like just as set in their ways.
Have no sense of humor. Like
also like I don't want to. I do these shows. I do these shows, and I don't want like people to like take away like any comics who are like watching, be like, oh, I guess Tommy's like the edgy guy. Because I don't think I am. I'm just like, I'm just trying to say what I think is the funniest thing. And I don't think it's that edgy, because then I go to fucking The Stand and I'm like, holy shit, this is insane, you know? So it's just like, and then I'm like, I hope that didn't affect me getting like booked or anything.
Oh, dude.
So it's just like a bunch of, and also I wasn't like there. I showed up late to the show because I was closing it out, and I'm like, was there like something I should have known about with this like older woman if I did watch the whole show? Because I couldn't even fit into the showroom because it was like so packed. So I was just like, when I got there, I was just outside the showroom and I was like having a beer. And then when I get there and I was like, should I have like known more context for what this was before just like going out there and like saying everything that came to my head? I don't know, just like a bunch of anxiety.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have done this thing. It wasn't that bad of a set, but like, this woman stood up and was like, I'm going to kick you in the balls. And everyone in the audience was like, yo. And I'm just like, what the fuck? It was crazy.
Yeah.
Whatever, man.
From that point on, I heard somebody say this recently, and I think it stuck with me, is like, you can't be meaner to the audience than they have been to you. Otherwise you lose the crowd. So if the woman stood up and said, I want to kick you in the balls, you can say whatever the fuck you want after that.
And it got a laugh.
Yeah.
Because I think people in the audience thought we were playing around, but then I think people started to notice that she wasn't joking.
Either way.
And then an actual anger is like, that's like a tension I couldn't break.
Yeah, it's not
that she was experiencing.
Did you say sorry to her?
I did. I said during my set, I was like, when like I felt my energy collapse, I go, I'm sorry. You really fucked me up I'm sorry about that. Don't kill me. And then she, I don't know, like whatever.
Yeah.
I couldn't fully.
Yeah.
You know, the one thing that did save me was I felt like I was drowning and I was like, all right, I'm going to do a joke I've never done before. And that was the one thing.
That's nice.
That kind of brought me back because there was so much, I feel like there was like new energy to that reset, which that felt good. Because then I've been doing this new joke and it has been doing good. And I'm like, I don't even know why I had the confidence to do that. I think it was like, I was like, listen, this isn't going to get any worse. So I might as well just throw something at the wall.
Yeah.
You know, but I ended weird. My last punchline didn't hit that well the way I wanted to. And then I was like, well, that's it actually for me. So let's hope this lady doesn't kill me. And like one more time for the host, you guys. And then I just beelined out.
You said the host talked to you afterwards, or?
I DM'd the host. I was like, hey, I don't know what the host was also sorry too. Like we were both kind of apologetic, but I was like, right. I should have handled that with like more poise.
I don't know, dude. I think just chalk it up as a weird.
I think
like a lesson. I don't. You know, like how are you supposed to handle that correctly? That lady was being a dick. Like, it's not on you.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. That's a good question.
Because we do talk a lot about how we try to be spontaneous and in the moment, and part of that, and also like I think all of us do a good job of riding the line of like edginess and you know, not saying things just to be incendiary. It's like we're trying to get a point of view across, and when you combine all those things, it's just we're not good enough yet to be able to do well 100% of the time in those situations.
Yeah, and like sorry this isn't like that funny. Sorry to like end on this, but
no, we got another hour.
Okay, good. Awesome. It's like a combination of like, I like to push buttons. I like to play around. I like to be spontaneous, but I want people to desperately like me so bad in such an embarrassing way that it's weird to have both. You know what I mean? Like, I wish I had more, like, I don't give a fuck because the whole night I'm like, that lady hates me. Like, fuck. And I should just be like, she sucks.
Dude,
Whatever.
it would have
I
been
don't
so
know.
funny if she would have had a heart attack and died during your set. Like if you're like, I'm gonna kill this lady, and then she just
Oh my God.
what would you
dude.
have done? Would you have quit comedy if that
I
happened?
would have yeah,
No, dude,
maybe. I would have maybe
you would be on Legion of Skanks this week if that.
Yeah, or just like
It
had a
would be-
Larry David episode, like a Curb Your
Comedian
Enthusiasm
destroys
episode.
80-year-old's heckler's heart.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was a weird one, but whatever.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah.
Keep going.
I feel like probably most everybody in that situation has not thought about it since that night. So that's what you gotta maybe the old
maybe.
and seriously, like, fuck her. I mean, what? Sit in the front row of a stand-up show and then tell the headliner that you're gonna kick him in the nuts and not expect him to threaten to kill you.
What do you expect?
Times have changed, you old bitch.
I disagree with you guys. I believe in women's rights. I also believe in women's
I believe in their
wrongs.
rights to get their ass kicked, is what I believe.
I mean, I guess we'll just have to agree to disagree.
I believe in women's rights. I also believe in women's wrongs. You can't be right about everything all the time. Okay.
Yeah, man. Why was she there? I think
question.
she might have been on the show earlier.
Because the future's female, Tommy.
I think she was like on the show or something like that.
That's even worse. That's even worse.
I think she was someone's grandma and she was on the show. And then like I didn't know that.
If both those things were true.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
I didn't know she was up front. I get up front and I'm like, whoa, this is a different person than everybody else. Yeah, what the fuck, dude? Whatever, dude. Can't do well all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's the witch they couldn't burn.
When the
daughters, there's the daughters.
The daughters
witches they couldn't burn. She's the actual witch.
They couldn't burn her. I couldn't burn her.
Yeah.
When a woman, and also when an old lady is like, I'm gonna kick you in the balls. It's kind of like, hell yeah, like she's cool now.
Yeah, she's girl bossing.
Yeah. She's girl bossing and old.
The mean comedian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the mean guy comedian.
Mm-hmm.
The mean non-binary comedian.
No, I think I'm like the only straight white guy on this show.
Yeah, but
which is fine. I like doing those shows.
I think you should be able to do it. Like, Tommy, you code switch. You code switch from straight white male problematic comedian to non-binary ally really well.
Yeah, I'm
on stage and everybody's horrified.
Yeah, because they think I'm gonna be like, then I'm not.
You're like, he's not trans.
and I kind of turn it over on them.
He's not a she.
Yeah, I know. I am like F to M trans guy,
Tommy, listen.
Yeah.
Female, okay.
What's up, man?
The future's female, brother. And I say, let him have it. I'll take the everything else. I'll take the pass because honestly, the future looks like it's gonna suck, and I would love to have a woman to blame.
Yeah,
for all that.
Mm-hmm.
And the pyramids are pretty damn cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, men built the pyramids. And also, Susan B. Anthony, I guess she was a man then.
Harriet Tubman.
Yeah, Harriet Tubman.
Hello, Harry Tubman.
Yes. Okay. All right, Grant, what do you got? Let's get out of here.
If you're listening to this the day it comes out, Ryan and I are both going to be at Forgotten Star Brewing.
Yeah, I'm headlining.
Nope. Ryan is opening for me.
Then why am I also? I think we're co-headlining. Right?
No, I don't know why he made the flyer like that because I'm
gonna share your post and be like, actually, I'm headlining.
God damn it,
but
dude. God damn it.
Grant will also be on. I
invited Ryan to feature.
Grant will be going second, but I am headlining. I'm doing 45 minutes.
Feel free. The pay split is not going to reflect that.
Well, no, I talked to Ethan.
Forgotten Star Brewing. Ryan and I are going to be out there.
Funny
is who else is on the show? Ethan Peterson. I don't know who else is on it. But
Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
And Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. And I'm headlining. So
actually,
come out to that March 3rd. We'll put the ticket link in the podcast description. Please come out to that. Let's sell it out. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good one.
Yep.
I'm hosting a show in Williamsburg, and then on Thursday when this comes out, and then I'm on the Tiny Boys show with Clay and the Who Up guys, Cave, Chris, that Friday.
Sweet.
So yeah, and that's in Bushwick. So if you're in New York, you want to come out and hang out.
Bushwick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan.
Great. All right. That's going to do it for us.
Yep.
Boys. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thanks for listening. I've been Tommy Bear. With me is my co-host, Grant Winkles, and ex-co-host, Ryan Call. RIP. This is his last episode. Thank you so much for listening to the We Cool podcast, everyone.
Good night and good luck.